The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Previously on Stone to Space, we began our story creating a small settlement. We then moved to a new area under the watchful eye of the king. After gaining the king's approval, we then began cultivating Shady Acres. This was the end of Chapter 1. As we began Chapter 2, we started creating our third new town. We also began our first side story, focusing on a citizen named Cody Stone. We then went back to our main city and continued growing it. We practiced our traffic management by providing people with ways to get to their destinations in multiple cities around the world. We still attempted to start our own transportation program with buses and taxis. We continued growing our population, created a shopping center, and our transportation network ended up earning us a bit of money over time, marking the start of our third side story in the food industry. For our next side story, we traveled to another brick in the mall to create a shopping center focused on a fast food restaurant within our city. After getting close to going bankrupt, we then traveled to a new place, learning different food recipes and starting our new restaurant. After learning how to run a restaurant, we returned to our city. We continued growing the city by adding multiple tree farms up on a hill, more to our education system, and also general population growth, like a new neighborhood. We then took 50 days to build up a trading card shop. We sold packs, booster boxes, dice, sleeves, and more. We ended the side story by keeping $10,000 in the bank while also leaving the store fully stocked. When we came back to our city of Shady Acres, we continued to grow our population. We also moved around the different types of industries we had close to the downtown area. We moved our stone quarry across the river, and we also bought up more map tiles so that we could move our main industrial area further away from the downtown area. We then noticed that no matter what we did, we kept losing money for an unknown reason at the time.
Good evening. The city of Shady Acres is facing unprecedented levels of crime, and it continues to rise. The murder rate is at an all-time high, with victims ranging from high-profile legitimate business leaders to lowly street thugs. Is no one safe? Police believe at least 47 organized crime groups may be behind the murders, but with no suspects in custody, panic has started to spread. In response, plans are underway for a new maximum security facility, one capable of holding the worst criminals our city has ever known. But will that be enough to stop the carnage and return Shady Acres to the peaceful haven it once was, when the biggest worry were the potholes on Main Street? Stay tuned to Shady Acres News for more updates.
Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. We are in Chapter 2, The Modern Era. Today we are playing Prison Architect. Now we are actually, I just noticed this, close to $2 million just by doing things around the prison. And everyone is angry, so we're probably going to have a few riots like we usually do. But what I want to get to is building all of this stuff and making the main corridor going all the way down to here. It's going to take quite some time. This is going to be all cells. We are going to make a part of it solitary cells, I think. I haven't really thought out how we're going to do that. How big are solitary? I think that's 4x3. These are 5x4. Actually, it might be a little bit smaller. Game looks kind of similar to Ani. It does. The producers of this game are not related to another game. I'm trying to remember what one it is. There's a Statland game in chat. There's an umbrella company that bought this game, which is called Paradox Interactive. Paradox Interactive, as far as I know, are the sole creators of City Skylines 1 and 2, but they're not the sole creator of this game. They just bought out the company or something. They have two different producers here, but I don't think Paradox Interactive had anything to do with it being made. And there are some lights that are flashing in the walls. Another game that has similar visuals is Another Brick in the Mall, which I think are made by the same people. I'm not entirely 100% sure if it's actually the same producers, prison architect, and another brick in the mall. But they have the same look for their characters. A little head on a small body. No arms, no legs. And they have the same walls. Which is another reason why I stick with the concrete walls. Because I'm used to another brick in the mall. And that's kind of the default wall. A lot of the different items in this game are very similar. Trying to find an example. I think it's the cookers are the same. The fridges are definitely the same thing as another brick in the mall. I don't think we have these tables in that one. I know we don't have the rest of the canteen. What about anything in here? I think there's a weight room in another brick in the mall that would have these. I'm not entirely sure, because I don't remember. They definitely don't have a morgue or this. There was something in this game that was near exact to what another brick in the mall has. Oh, it was this table. This dining table for the restaurant, it's the same thing in another brick in the mall. Like, they use the same resource pack or something. I think that's it. So, what we're going to do, like I said, is we're going to finish building this up. There's going to be one really long 4-tile wide hallway doing an L shape. Still haven't decided on how we're going to incorporate all this, because we did plan on tearing most of this down and rebuilding it so that it can actually support 500 prisoners. Right now we're struggling to have just 200, and we have space for 277, which we currently do have. But when we had 200 people only, we were having quite a lot of riots, so we're not sustaining it enough. And there seems to be lights missing here. I'm going to place in a few lights. Not that I think we require them. I like to keep them in line with how everything else is. I don't think I can. I'll just put one there. What about down here? It would be here and here? And here? Sometimes when you place down the tables and stuff, it deletes lights. Those are all in levels. Okay. So I'm going to press play. I'm going to put on the fastest speed because that's how we play it. And that's going to get demolished when we put foundation, so I'm not going to worry about it now. Still don't know what this icon means. The red minus sign. There's a tunnel right here. Let's get rid of that. And we do next. Let's put in our small cell block here. Not going to be anything immaculate or pretty useful. It's just going to be roughly 13 cells, I think. One foundation there, and then bring it all the way to here. I do want it to incorporate the hallway. If I go to here, and then we go up like this. Nope, like this. It should get rid of these two pieces of the wall, and then it has an entrance. This might complain, but it's just one. Okay, it didn't complain. And then once they make this hallway, they shouldn't have to go through the double door system. This door is not going to be there forever. It's just a way to separate this hallway from the outside. This isn't going to be built until this one's done, because it's going to say that we need a door. Okay, now they should be able to just come through here instead of going all the way around. This should build itself now. It might place in a wall here, which, if it does, we'd have to delete it. What am I waiting for? There's another tunnel. I just heard the building get made. And then what we were planning over here is the pre-made basic cells. which we counted out and saved room for them to be exact here. We're going to be doing the same thing north of here. Going to be mirrored onto this side, but we have the added solitary and holding cells for the criminally insane, so we're not going to be doing that soon. Everything needs power. Why is that? Overloaded, remove electrical items and add more energy sources. Did you become overloaded because it was nighttime? Because it is only 11 a.m. They are all connected now. If I turn you back on... It will take a while because all these solar panels have to readjust and connect in. So it's not going to make enough power right away. Everything is lit up. I think the batteries just became depleted for the first time at night. So we're probably going to have to do a wind farm that also supports the same amount of power draw during the night. How much do these make by itself is the question. That is wind turbine. Actually, if I did this, would it do both of them at the same time? Okay, so all it said is that it does do wind and solar at the same time. And it has to be connected to a transformer first before it goes through. But it didn't say how much power one of them does. So I'm going to place down one of each of these by themselves. And why aren't these connected? I guess it doesn't need that second one. Anyway. We're going to end up selling these afterwards. Why did I jump over to here? No idea. Why does it keep jumping over there? I'm going to space it out 2 blocks because it's going to have a power cord right there. Up. Every time I click on something over here, it moves. And I'll put that here for now. So this alone should say how much it makes. Or do I need it connected to a transformer? It needs to be connected to a transformer, and I look at the power through the transformer. If I put it right here, I'll then connect this way. Why can't you go downwards? Well, that's going to connect them together. That's not what I want. Can't go there either. Okay. I need to see this. So I'm going to assume that this can't go straight down as well. I can. This can. This can't. Oh, it's the transformer. It's not the solar panel, it's the transformer issue. So this, easily just move it over 1. And then connect it straight down. I forgot that the transformer needs a space all around it for the, not batteries. No, it is the batteries. I'm thinking capacitor, but... If I go like this, bring that straight up, this, go straight up. I'm purposely keeping them separated by 1, just so I can see how much is capacitor. So this does 150 units. If I go there and dismantle that, this will then only say what this solar panel or this wind turbine makes, which is also 150. They're identical. And now we dismantle this. I have to wait until it's daytime. We're out of power again. If I wait until daytime, we'll see how much this hybrid green energy is making at max production. If I do it right now, it's only going to be going off of wind power. If I wait until daytime, it should be wind and solar. Daytime should be now. Don't know if I have to restart this. I think I do, so I'm going to turn it on now. It'll flash for a few times. Okay. So we go back in here. Abilities. How much will this make? Because if this makes more than the two of these, I might as well just place them in everywhere. 500, so that makes double. It is combined. Okay, but I'm guessing at night it only makes 250 because it's only wind at that point. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna sell utilities. Can I not just sell these? I guess not. I'll dump those. I don't necessarily know when time or when night starts. One escape. Is there a tunnel somewhere? I'm looking around the perimeter wall for a tunnel. I don't see a tunnel, so that prisoner just ran somewhere. And these do not have power, so we should probably add power in here. In here, and I'll go straight up this way. I'm only going to go to this wall. The water, on the other hand, while we're here and looking. I don't want the water to come down here. And then up this way. The small pipes should be able to go this far. Could be wrong. Then let's connect all these in. Not right there. Since these cells are all completed, they are usable. So at some point, we are going to have people coming in here. They only need to make these two pieces for this whole thing to be connected in. What happened to all the small pipes that are supposed to be right here? Why did that get cancelled? One pipe right here, please. It's nice that you guys are doing all that. There we go. And now these are good. What? Okay, so now I should be able to do this entire line and put small pipes here and here. I do want to keep an eye on this. Oh, it's nighttime. No, it's not. When is nighttime? It's 6 p.m. Everyone is angry due to not having any power. Is it 9 p.m. counts as night? That would make sense. Water. Okay, it does reach this far. I wanted to make sure. So now, how much does this transformer make? 200 at night just off of wind. So that's what we have to go off of for this. What is 5,000 divided by 200? 25. So we only need 5 rows of 5 hybrid wind turbines. Okay, then that means we go here and... Would it be bulldoze or is it an object and we dismantle? 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all we have to dismantle. Don't think that set it up. Bulldoze then. 3, 4, 5. I don't think that's highlighted at all. We go to utility then. 2, 3. This is everything we have to dismantle. Our water system is good off of just one solar panel, so we don't have to worry about that. I should probably get rid of this, because we can tell that we don't need it. And then to save money, we're just going to move these. Oh, they're larger. They take up a lot more space than the other stuff. So we might have to move our water supply somewhere else. First, I'm going to sell all this. Dismantle this. And these. Utilities. Wind hybrid. 3. Yeah, 4 is going to connect into there. What I can do is just move the solar panel. Right here. And then reconnect it. Like this. No, I can't, because that's going to connect into this power. One there, one here. I have to move the whole thing one forward. I'm okay with that. It's going to take a while. Utility. Why does it jump over there when I press something? Sell that. Sell this. Means we're not going to have any water. We have to dump the batteries? Really? We can't just move them? Fine. The dismantle. What? Stop jumping over there. Oh, it's the icon underneath it. There's a tunnel here. Here, I think. Or it's just a toilet. Okay, move this. I have to dismantle it. I can't just move it. Why can't I move everything? You need to be... I can't place it there when there's already batteries. I can place it here, but I can't place it there. I add that back in. Then can I put one here? Rotate it the correct way. Sometime today. Alright. Cancel all the batteries then. I think that's what's affecting this. Why can't I place transformer right there? Alright, now I can all of a sudden. I don't know what made the difference here. But whatever. And that should allow me to put the batteries all around it again. And then they will slowly get power over time, which means we will have water in a little bit. I didn't see where it said there was a tunnel. Oh, it's a dog saying it found the tunnel. Okay. No. Turn this on. Yeah, they're just gonna keep saying they found a tunnel there. Why are they not powered? I don't know, but we're gonna keep adding more. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be everything we need. Switch that on. As we get enough power, it should click on. It should be connected to these solar panels as well, so as they're making the rest of the wind, we should be fine. But now we should be able to sell all this, but I want to get our batteries up to 100%. We are producing well over how much we can use, but we're not up to 5,000 units being used. Yeah, I'm going to wait until our batteries are full before I start selling the solar panels. Can I tunnel search one room? What if I do search toilets? Well, that didn't find the tunnel. I'm waiting for them to put the flags again, and then I'll do a tunnel search for the whole prison. Oh, there it is. Okay, all sectors. Apparently, we are not equipped to handle a fire in the prison, going off of the stuff on the left. Prisoners aren't clean. We need a bigger laundry room, so we have too many people for that. And 9 families are waiting to see their prisoner. 126 prisoners are up for parole, so we need more parole rooms. We have 4. What if we go to programs? Do we have like 4 things for parole? No, we do not. Okay, now we're actually going to be able to use all 4 of them. Over here, we don't have any lights in the cells. This is the weird light issue thing that I hate. I'm going to put a light in every room right in front of the door and then dismantle the stuff that's around it. This light in that door, that one, and this light. What's going on here? Oh, I got rid of the door as well. I didn't mean to get rid of the door. Fail door. here and here. I thought I was only clicked on the light. I didn't mean to get rid of the door. If I go up here, what is stuck in here? A lot of solar panels, an extra chair, the wind turbine, a light. If I clear indoor area, and I don't click on the lights, and I do storage. Should make it all one big storage now. You are making exactly 5,000 units right now, which is perfect, so that means we can get rid of all these now. Sell utility. Apparently I can't sell that. Okay. Why do I keep jumping over there? I'm going to click on every one of these and just do dump. It's going to take quite a while. It'd be nice if these icons weren't in front of me for some stupid reason. I could do the mass dismantle, but I don't want these anymore. I want them to be gone. If I do dismantle, we keep them, we put them in storage, but we don't need them anymore. Almost done. Only 9 more to click on. And we're still doing a tunnel search for some reason. Not sure why it's taken so long for them to search everything. Alright, and that should be all of them. What areas are they still searching? Here's the tunnel that they found up here. That was a pretty long tunnel. There's a riot going on down here. That might be a reason why they're not finishing the tunnel search. Because everything else doesn't have anything flashing, but there's a few rooms in here. Alright, let's get the riot police. Bring them in here. There's only one person in here that's rioting. So as soon as they get in here, it should be fine. And I can send them home. They should finish searching the few toilets that are in here. And then that should be everything. There's apparently one place left. No, now there's more. What is going on? It shouldn't be taking them that long to do a tunnel search. Are they restarting every morning or something? I'm gonna just stop the cancels. There is a clang in chat. There's also a shinks, and I don't remember the noise going off for that. Alright, so now that this is all taken care of, and we're making constant power at all times, let's start making this long hallway. If I go foundations, I want to go from here all the way down to here. And then I also want to take from over here 6 blocks, that's 8. 6. all the way down. Which goes to here. If I go 6 this way, then I can see how thick we're making it on the right side, since it doesn't tell me on both sides. That hallway. And then we connect them in right here. Which means we might be able to fit a couple more cells on this. See how many of these I can fit here. I can't fit 2. I can only fit 1. Let's do a whole, like, row of them this way. Instead of being up that way. They should demolish this wall once the whole thing is built in. Like they did up here. Actually, no, there wasn't a wall there to begin with. Did they finish this one yet? I think they're missing like a whole 3 spots, maybe 4. Not sure why they're doing this one first. I guess they're doing what's closest to them. If I do control, like everything in here. You focus on all that first. Okay, that's all up and running. Now if I click on that, I should finish that little tiny corner. And now we're just waiting for them to finish this. One escaped today. Apparently escaped going upwards. Not seeing any tunnels. I should probably put concrete flooring around the perimeter wall so I can easily see when there's a tunnel. I'm just going to dismantle that for now. Because we are going to need it at some point. And then we need utilities going down this wall. It's a spot. To here, up that way. And then that will make this hallway be lit up. You know what? I am going to extend this hallway. If I go here, how big is this? 4. To there. Foundation all the way to here. I was going to make it be a vertical cell instead of horizontal. But I think I'll switch to doing that over here or something. I'm not sure yet. I kind of like them being horizontal more than vertical. But then when we go down here, they're going to have to be this way because I can't keep making them go upwards like that. Requires an entrance. What if I just dismantle the wall? Alright, the entrance thing went away. Now we have that there, but we have to make all the cells. And I'm going to add the water pipes to it now. Let's bring that down to here. And those into each other. And then I'm thinking bring the water pipe all the way down here. Should be fine. That almost brings us up to 300 prisoners. There's a tunnel here. There's a few tunnels here. Wow. I'm thinking about moving the solitary, not the solitary, the criminally insane up here. Because we have a holding cell here. I could tell them to dismantle everything in here. Actually, if I do quick build, added holding cell right here, and I just click on this, they do take everything out of it. I don't have to tell them to move stuff. And then hopefully they reuse things. Because we have 2 holding cells for regular prisoners down here. And that's all done. Okay. Quick build. Added holding cell. It's padded small. That's just a bed and a toilet. Padded medium is pretty much the cells we have currently. What about down here? These are the padded medium cells. How many do I have? I think it's only 10, right? That 6. No, we have 11. So that's how I have 301. When I thought I was only going to have 300. 3, 4, 5. 2. Actually, let's just do this whole wing. There is another riot underway. Or there was for a second, and then that was it. And what this means is that I'm going to demolish everything that's down here except for the solitary confinement for just a moment. There is a tunnel trying to get out of here. 2 tunnels. What's going on here? Nothing. You have a tunnel. You also have a tunnel? No, you apparently just don't have the stuff underneath. They're getting through this pretty quickly, actually. They just have 2 more to do. Which is pretty much just picking up and placing back down the stuff that they had in there. So what I can do is... Objects. Dismantle objects. I'm going to dismantle this entire wing. Including everything inside it. And also all this. Oh, that's also going to get rid of the lights. They can get rid of the cameras. We don't need them anymore. The lights, I guess, will be placed back in when we actually start using that area. I'm okay with that for now. Where would I put the solitary confinement for this group? I guess temporarily I would place it here or something. Or place them back here. Against this wall. Let's do that before we have too many of them come in. I just tell them to get rid of all that stuff. It should be enough for all of these rooms. Could be wrong, could be less. I'm okay with that. And then rooms, we're gonna tell them no more rooms there. And this, I want demolish walls. Everything on the inside. Including this, and I want this demolished. So now this is just one big area. We're getting closer. Here, rooms, get rid of all these rooms. Then all I need to do is quick build padded holding cells. Or saltary. Just like that. Which means these have to be gone as well. By rooms. Cancel all that. Dismantle everything there. And demolish walls here. So there. There is going to be a weird double wall here, but I'm okay with that. This is a temporary fix for having to move everything that's down here. I think I just need one built for this one guy. I'll get rid of all that. And then we will dismantle everything here. Did they make one cell? They did make one. That has issues. Enclosure is not surrounded by walls and a door. You should be now. Okay, now you're fine. Good. I'm actually going to dismantle everything that's... And demolish walls. All the walls. And then we're good to go to mimic this entire area up there, and there is a tunnel. Alright, I need to get rid of this room. Alright, let's check the utilities, because I think this doesn't have water everywhere. It does not. Just so that one toilet needs water. I just watched a person escape, so they're coming out there. I'll leave it for now. Should be fine. Foundations, concrete. Do this entire area for me, please. And walls, demolish all the walls inside this area. That should help with them placing in the foundations too. You can actually get rid of these walls up here. Are they almost done? Well, that got built in. So did this. Okay. Issue that we're having is they demolished this wall. We need to place that back in. They also got rid of this. There's a beldam in chat if anyone wants a beldam. This wall back in. We still have that corner. All of this is going to be a cell wall, so we don't need to worry about that just yet. And what I'm going to do is build bottom up so that they can get into here through this area. Quick build. Basic cell. I'm going to place one cell here because they're going to need to build that corner anyway. And then they're not going to put any lights in there, so light in front of each door. Same here. It looks like these are spaced out by 3. No, they're going to delete those afterwards. When I place in the room, it deletes everything that's inside it, so we might as well not put anything there. This is not going to be able to get to. Let's tell them to demolish those walls. We'll get to it eventually. And utilities. Looks like Beldam escaped. How did we do this? We did the water pipe against this wall. So if I go like this. How is this connected in? It is connected from up there, so this is all one big redundant system. I don't need it here anymore. If I say sell all of this. And all of this. And everything that does not line up with the toilet. Actually, some of that probably would have lined up with the toilet. I needed this stuff here. I sold the wrong utilities. We don't want it here. What is going on here? Is it too far away? I think that might have been what was going on there. Not sure. Pipe there. Here, here, here. Here, 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 here. And last pipe. So now, quick build. That's the wrong thing. We'll start with just 2 because they need to be able to build around this corner. And then I'll place in everything that's right here. I built 1 cell already. And like I said earlier, they took the light out of this area. What is this? A love letter. Okay. Alright, they built everything there. I do quick build. Basic cells. And we line this up. They did just take away every light that I tried placing in there. So if I go into objects and we grab the lights again, we're going to place them back in. Now that we have the rooms in place, they won't get rid of the lights after the room's built. Or before the room's built, I mean. There's weird tile things going on. So let's grab concrete floor. And I'm going to highlight this entire area. I'm going to go through this and make sure that they're all the same tile floor. Except for that front door. Then everything in here. Alright, looks all good. I just need to finish this cell. And I am thinking that it is oddly quiet with the game all of a sudden. I'm going to turn on music. And make sure that OBS is picking it up. There we go. Now, hopefully, I set up Firebot correctly, or else we're not going to have this VOD. Alright, now what I want them to do is to pick up all the boxes and put them away in storage, so we're going to need a larger storage shed at some point. What I want to do now is get rid of some cells. I don't know, do I get rid of this entire block and then place in new ones, or do I place in new ones first? And if I did a long horizontal thing here, would it line up with these? Quick build. There would have to be a hallway there. They don't line up. So it would be pushed down a little bit, so if I cancel these. Here, here, and there. I'm okay with that. What would it look like if I did them this way? We do fit more. I still can't clone. I don't know what clone does and why it's not letting me do it. Lets you select the area of your prison to copy and then place that area again. With the clone tool selected... Oh, it's right click. Okay. Gotta make sure to read everything. Do I have another example? I do have an example right. I cancel. Why is it not canceling everything? Don't want these placed here, please. There we go. So what I want is, I guess, to place in one hallway and then clone it and add it multiple times. Do I want jail doors here and here? Maybe, but I'm also thinking I might want an actual long corridor here instead of the horizontal stuff. I think we'll just do one hallway going down this side, and then we'll change it up on the top side of this hallway. And then down here, we're going to keep the same idea and just copy a bunch of these over. So I'm going to do that now. Quick build, clone. How many of these do I need? This doesn't tell me how much of an area it is. Planning, walls. This is 43 blocks. So I need this to be 43 as well. That's how far I need to copy. Clone. Here to here. which then gets placed here. Next thing we do is foundations and connect that over. Let's see how they do that. I don't know how it's going to connect into over here. We might do an L small hallway. Maybe. Since it does line up with this corner. I don't know how we would do a cell in this corner, though. So I'll wait until the builder's finished making all this. Are we waiting for them to buy stuff, or are they going to make it? Make sure I read this right. With the console selected, hold the right mouse button and drag for an area. Then left-click somewhere else in the prison to queue up construction of a copy of that area. Select areas can be saved as custom slots. But it doesn't seem like they're building it. I mean, I also queued up the foundation. And I don't see them coming over to do the foundation either. This is weird. That's the hearse. And now we have some ingredients coming in. So there was a queue of random trucks that were in the way. And now they're actually starting to get it. Why are they only choosing to go through this door? They have multiple doors they can get in. Is it just it's a straight shot to here, so they're only choosing to go through that way? I thought they were getting the trucks in for all this. They should be making the foundation at least. There's enough room in deliveries that they can place more stuff in there. This shouldn't matter too much. They're getting food deliveries. But why aren't we getting other kinds of deliveries? I cancel that. What if I cancel this as well? I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to try and redo it. There's an anorith in chat if anyone wants one. They're still only bringing in food and sheet metal. Where are the trucks that deliver the walls? Okay, I'm going to do a few things here. That might help us. I highly doubt that room being full would stop trucks from coming in. The delivery area being full. Link to helipads, docks, and the road via logistics menu. Doing so allows you to control where drivers are taken and how exports leave your prison. Congrats, Gino, on catching the Anorith. I mean, it's connected. Yeah, they're still only bringing in food. I don't understand. What if I make a large room over here and then make that the storage room? I think this is 15 by 15. So I'll copy that area as well. Now they're building stuff. What? Staff double door here so that I can get in and out. And why are they not coming over here and building this? Can they not get to that? But they should be able to demolish this wall. I see what I did now. They can't get out here. Wait, can't they from over here? They can get up this way and go around. No, they can't. There's a gate there. Demolish that gate. And those walls. Now they'll go over there and build that. They should finish this, though. Can I have them do this one so this building can be made? And this here. So we had all the items, they just couldn't get to the spot that I wanted them to build in. Yep, there they go. Now they finished it all. Or at least started, I mean. Can you guys finish this, please? It's only 2 spots that you have to build. There we go. I'm gonna bring utilities in here. Which apparently connects through that by just connect to here and then get thrown around the map. Dismantle those 2 pieces. We'll reuse them somewhere. This can be a new storage room. And then I can undesignate this. This should be able to hold everything that we have extra. And we have to remember to put a pantry up here. There's a right in the shower. It's just one guy that just got taken care of. Is this going away? I can't tell. Yeah, the right went away. Okay. Back to what we were doing. Let's get this, cloned room placed back in. And demolish this wall. Welcome in, Rigas. How are you today? What if all those people are innocent? I don't think 300 people would be innocent at this point. Oh, somebody just escaped out through the front door. How are you today on this holy of Wednesdays? We're hoping that I set up Spotify correctly. Because when we first started doing the side story and we did the Sims 4 portion of John Hitman taking care of all the wealthy people, when I played Spotify, it played over on the VODs, so I can't edit that and put it on YouTube, in fear that the copyright system of YouTube would be more enforcing, I guess would be the way to call it. Twitch at least just makes it so that there's no audio, but YouTube I think would actually do things for copyright issues. I thought I set it up on OBS Track 2 correctly the first time. Apparently I didn't. So it should be fixed now. I'm testing it out because I 100% believe that it's right. Well, I should say 99%. What happened is that a month or two ago, I was having OBS issues where it kept logging me out from the server. So I would have to wait until I can log back in on the account before I could stream. And it was happening at one point 3 times in 1 week. Luckily on days I wasn't streaming, so there wasn't an issue. But in my attempt to get it to stop doing that, I uninstalled OBS and reinstalled it. And that took away all of my settings that I thought were being saved when I uninstalled it. I thought there was like a folder put in there in the computer somewhere that would keep my settings. So when I came back, I had to reset up everything. And I forgot to do Spotify. And then with Sophie's help later on, it should be fixed now. I don't have anything to worry about. It's just it might not be set up correctly. The last Sims 4 video that does not have audio and is no longer on Twitch at this point because I let the timer for 14 days go out. That VOD, I found out that I put the VOD on track 2 and Spotify on track 1 instead of the opposite. So right now it is the correct way. I was just about to say, get Sophie to fix it for you. She did help me the last time I had an issue, which was the last Sims 4 video. Because I found out that I switched it the wrong way. So the VOD had no audio of me at all, and only had Spotify and the video game. So even if I didn't have Spotify running, you wouldn't have heard me at all. And that's when I was like, wait a minute, I could have sworn I set it up correctly. I know I have it separated. So right now it's 100% correct. But I still get worried. Now, it says that I still need electrical down here. So I'm debating on if I do 2 power cords going up this main hallway, or if I put it, like, on the outside. I might as well put it on both sides of the hallway since that side has it. Let's do 1 redundant line going all the way up to there. The water, on the other hand. You know what? Let's just keep it going down this as well. Whoa. I am not at all sure on why it makes me jump to different corners of the map occasionally. I know when I was clicking on things down here and there was a bubble like this, it takes me to that person, even if I clicked on the utility. But it's also doing it when I'm not clicking on those, so I have no idea what's going on. Let's get all these pipes connected in. And I think I saw something pop up in chat, so after I place in all these pipes, I'll read what it was. Like that, 2 things. My dad got a new lawnmower. You just helped him put it together? Nice! There was a weird part that we joked that looked like a cup holder. Turns out it was a cup holder? That's hilarious. I love to hear it. While we're here, let's put some door servos on these so that we don't require a guard. There is a tunnel here. This is going to require its own electrical. And I forget where it has to be connected electrically. There is a servo door somewhere without something behind it. That's a double system. I guess there isn't. Okay, let's do a mass tunnel find. Because there's some there. Some there. All that. It doesn't look like I have any, so I have no idea where the power has to be connected in. Although that's connected and working. But before, they were saying that they weren't connected to power unless I put one of these big lines through it. So I don't know what's going on now. All I do know is that we're going to grab this door control system and connect them into these so we don't require a guard to get in. Here, how many can this hold? Oh, I saw it for a second. I think. Oh, no, that's different. Okay, I was looking at something else when it popped up. But I also want servos on these doors. Because this is getting into the yard. This is going to always require a guard, because I don't want someone to escape without someone being in here to try and stop them. But in the reception area, sure. We'll see if those require any additional electrical going to them. But I kind of want the 2 guards in here only doing reception stuff. See, this requires electricity going to it. But it should be close enough to the power. It's not, actually. No, never mind. Redundant? That'll work. I should be able to connect it without it having power. Yes, I can. Look at that. It'll just require a guard until there is power to it. Alright, next thing is figuring out this. Now, if I were to grab this entire hallway here and then rotate 180 degrees so that this wall was this wall, I wonder if it would let me place it. There is a skip loom in chat if anyone wants a Pokemon that's like pollen. I think that would be the best way to describe it. There is a riot. That is a lot of people rioting in the canteen. So I'm gonna get all the riot and all the paramedics. Wait until they're all here. Looks like they all are. I'm gonna get them all stationed outside the canteen first. And then I'm gonna bring them in. Because if they're out here, if someone tries to come out to ride somewhere else, they should stop them. Just waiting on the last paramedics. Alright. One group down here, one in the middle, one at the top. As the people that arrive are getting closer to them, they will take care of them. See, look, I'm all the way down here, and I don't know why. Get you over here. Grab the paramedics, bring them inside. They should run around to the riot people. The riot police, I mean. Alright. Don't know where the paramedics are hiding. I can't see through all these people. I'm trying to get the riot police. General area. Let's get them all outside again. Along with the paramedics. Hopefully they'll fix anyone that's unconscious. I'm gonna pause for a second. I know there's a few dead riot police in here. But it says that someone is injured. These are exhausted. That's unconscious. Where is there an unconscious riot officer? Dead. Those are regular guards. Where are you? Oh, you're in the infirmary. Okay, we can ignore that for now then. Looks like all the riot is done. There was a riot in the kitchen and the shower, but it looks like it's taken care of. So let's just send them all home. If it was just a small riot like they were, I wouldn't have cared. Can I clear this? Get those dots away? I guess not. What we're gonna do is quick build. Rigas, since you weren't here, I'll explain it to you. I found out what I was doing wrong with clone. So I thought that if I left click and drag over an area, that would highlight the area and make me able to clone it. Apparently it's right click, which is why this portion of over here is highlighted. And I don't know how to clear the queue of what was previously highlighted. But right now I'm right clicking, I'm dragging it all the way over here. It is going to grab the door servo and the camera. Now I should be able to rotate it. Oh, I forgot the other hallway, or the other cells. I was wondering why it looked weird. That's what I wanted to highlight. And then we're going to place this so that the right side lines up with the corner of the hallway. And then they don't have a way to get out here easily. So what I'm going to do is just demolish this wall. Actually, they can go straight through here. But this will be easier if I let them come up through here and just go down. The clone tool is pretty neat. It is! I always love when any game puts a clone tool in, because immediately after being able to clone something, everything is easier. Like even in Ani, when you do the mod for cloning, or I guess it would be the blueprint mod. This is pretty much the same thing. It's a blueprint. Anytime you have a blueprint system, it's always easier to place everything. I just realized they're putting in different cells. I'm gonna cancel that. I want the regular cells now. We're not doing the luxury larger ones. So I actually need to highlight this. That's the wrong thing. Quick build. Clone. I need to clone this hallway and rotate it. It's going to be a shorter hallway, but the thing is about this, we could unselect this last hallway, or this last wall, and just start from here and add to this. They need to put that in base Ani. Building the inside of a rocket always makes me want to scream. I agree. Out of all the games that wouldn't have it, I'm surprised that Ani is one of those games that don't have a blueprint system. With how intricate and complicated different systems in Ani can get, I would have thought that a blueprint system would be base game. Like, it took a while for Dyson Sphere program to have a blueprint system, like they do now. So it's kind of works the same way as this, only you have a button you can click on at the bottom and then that will bring up all your folders that you have blueprints in. You can have like you would on the computer, you'd have like different pictures assigned to different folders. You have different blueprints assigned to the game folder. And it took so long for Dyson Sphere Program to have that. And immediately afterwards, everything is just easy in Dyson Sphere Program once you get a hang of blueprints and how to set everything up so you know that the next time you use it, it's going to work immediately. I've used blueprints so much in Dyson Sphere Program that I mathed out how to make almost every item 1 per second. And then if you run out of the item, just place the blueprint again. Now you're making 2 per second. And Dyson Sphere Program, I'm talking about that because that's another game that has intricate things in order to make something, just like in Ani. Especially once you get into the plastic system. There's so many different things that require plastic. Especially for factory games, they're all the same template over and over. That's how I should have explained it. Factory games. Dyson Sphere Program, Ani is kind of like a sandbox factory game. I wouldn't really necessarily call it factory genre, but I guess it would fall in it. Or like a pseudo-factory type game. It's almost there. I would honestly compare it more to Minecraft than I would a factory game, but it's both. I can't tell what they need left to do for this. I think they're just doing the foundations right now. I should probably put in the utilities now. This wire should be able to connect to everything on the other side of the wall. Going off of how this is connected to everything on this side. This should work. The only thing that we don't have over here is the pipes. Luckily, I can see where the toilets are going to be, so I can just place in the pipes now. I'm going to place this. Oops, don't want a pipe there. Ani is its own genre. It is. Now, I don't think they're going to place in the pipes before they finish everything else. I think they're doing it in order of what was placed down. Although I could be wrong. They could just do it in the order of what's closest to the delivery station. Or the delivery spot. All the foundations are now in. They just finished it. All they have to do is start building all the walls and stuff. They are doing the pipes, so they're doing whatever's closest to this area first. They're not necessarily doing it in a specific order, like every jail door first, then every bed first, then every toilet. Alright, they just closed it off, so now they have to walk all the way around here to get in. There shouldn't be a door in servo. I can't cancel that until it's built. So we'll have to delete this after it's in. I'm actually going to just dismantle it. There's a worker right there. They could have just dismantled it. There we go. Are they going to keep placing a door here until everything is done? Doesn't look like it. I'm going to ignore that for now. Everything is yelling at us because we don't have it enclosed with a door. All the walls should be placed in. It just doesn't have any doors. Once they add a door, it should finish the room for each cell. And it should be all connected in electrically and with plumbing. Now, the only thing I'm not sure about is how we're going to have them connected together. I could make it one long hallway, one other L shape. Or I could separate it and have these cells continue further down and have this just butt into here, and that's the main entrance. So that they're all funneled to the left, up, and then into the canteen. Which this is going to be one large yard area, this entire square. So this workshop and these cells are going to be gone. Oh, that's the solitary. I could move solitary to over here for now. Nah, we'll worry about it later. So as we're doing all this, we are getting closer to 500, so we are going to get cell block E completed before we finish my envision of the prison. But don't forget that all these cells are going to be gone, all these cells are going to be gone, so we're going to fluctuate. A few of the cells are completed. You're saying you don't have something. Toilet requires water. Did it do that weird thing where it doesn't place in the pipes? No, they're all set up. It just didn't build these two pipes, or this one pipe, so we're fine. It put the door back in. Lock open. Now they won't keep placing a door there. And then hopefully once every cell is completed, this overlay will be gone. And then I think instead of always copying from up here, there's a tunnel here, by the way. Let's get rid of that tunnel. Oh, they went into the bathroom. Look at that. Instead of recopying up here, I think I'll just grab a small portion here and then just keep placing it down multiple times. The smaller the blueprint, the better it is for us to get close to here without going over it, having to recopy it. That should be everything in this area. Unless these toilets aren't set up correctly. I can't tell if it's completed or not. There's two toilets, which usually means that they're not placed down. Oh, that was the last thing, the servo. Okay. So what we're going to do is dismantle object only. We're not going to demolish it. I want to keep it for later. And what I'm going to do now is grab 5 cells. We'll do this by every 5 cells. Oh, you can't place them over top of each other. So you see how I'm trying to make the walls connect on the right side in between the two different copies? You can't place a copy over a copy. So now I need to make this one here. And then the R in price. Oh, the price moves. How do I line this up so I know where to put it? I can see this tile right here. Oh, it's only one more cell. Okay. What if I did it also here, but rotated? I'm debating on how we're going to continue this around the corner. Because this is a lot of cells. We're not making another double cell system over here. There's a Tauros in chat. That's Gen 1. If anyone's trying to finish their Gen 1 Pokedex. I think I'm going to extend it to that line, but I want to know how many cells this would fit. 2 cells more, so if I did it right here... No, I don't want to... Oh, I canceled the copy. Alright, we could just copy 7 cells. 4, 5, 6, 7... And before I forget, I want to catch this Tauros that's in chat. Or at least try to catch it. No, this should be the right amount. There we go. Alright, continue playing. Let them build these up. So we're going to have this little portion of an blemish against this wall. This is going to be one long wall. I am trying to keep these cells a little bit far away from the perimeter wall. So these two cells are kind of close. I caught Tauros, but I'm not too worried about them. They should be about the same distance as these cells, if not just a whole tile closer. The only thing I am 100% not going to do is put one cell with a small hallway going out this way. I mean, we could. Can a cell fit here? No, that's 2 blocks. Well, yes, a cell can fit here. Why do I not have cells there? There's a fight going on right there. We're skipping this song. That is not a song I want to play on stream. I don't know why we didn't put these here. Foundations, concrete to here. Alright, they are slowly getting through this. Oh, it looks like they built this too. I guess I thought this was too small of an area earlier, and that's why I didn't start placing them in. Is it going to get rid of this wall? It shouldn't. Looks like someone was killed in the hallway. There's another riot. I'm gonna guess it's the canteen. Riot's gone, never mind. We do have trucks coming in delivering everything now. Unlike before when we had that issue. If I were to move the road tile-wise and bend it going this way, would they actually drive that way? Or do they only go down? Because if I go into flooring, there is a road tile. Forget where it is. Right here. If I place these tiles all up down here, would they use that as a road? Or I don't know what they consider a road. I don't think if I place 5 tiles, it makes this dotted line. I'm curious. I want to know if they put road lines. Make it 3 just in case. This doesn't have the outline to it. This definitely is different than this type of road. Alright, cancel that. Sell that. Alright, time to do another cloning. Put this right there. And then I need to connect that. Quick build. Basic cell here. Why am I going up there? And also right here. Good song. Alright. Utilities. Power. Need power going all the way down to there. Water also needs to come down here. You know what? Let's go to here. Because they're only making tunnels through the large pipes, as far as I can tell. And I think the small pipe can reach to this toilet without an issue. Put in all these pipes. Go down this side now. Get these connected up, the ones that are already built. They should have power already. We just need to connect all the toilets together. Now, I'm somewhat planning on making the water go around in one large circle. So if we accidentally get rid of one side, it still goes around the other way. It doesn't look like you can move the road. I just wasn't sure what the whole road tile point was for. Okay. Once they build all this... Oh, there's some toilets up here that I need to connect. What? What? Did I place the pipe there? Yes, I did. Where's this tunnel? Oh, it's the dogs saying that there's a tunnel there. I don't know how to search one cell for a tunnel. And there's tunnel search here. I can do shared only, so if I pause... I don't know what shared only is. I guess it's every toilet that's connected together through pipes. That's not what I want. I want a single cell. I don't know. I know I can check a toilet, but that doesn't tell us if it had a thing underneath it. What if I do just search cell? What do I search this cell? It said that the tunnel thing was over here, so I don't know which one it would be in. Doesn't look like they're finding it, so I'm gonna ignore that for now. There is a riot going on over here. With a whole 3 people. Which means that our workers won't go up there. Why are you angered? Do you have a missing pipe? You do! Still haven't figured out what causes that, for them to cancel out one pipe. They're working on all this now. They're not going to do this until this riot's taken care of. Do they have flags here? I do search cell. And if I do search cell here... That didn't find the tunnel. I don't know what's going on there. I do think we need a whole single riot police come in here. Which they have to wait until this truck goes away. We're not going to need any paramedics to come in with them, because it's just 3 people. Come down here, fight these people. Then you guys can go home. Because now the guards and the workers can come in here. Looks like they're almost done down here. That toilet's not connected, so I guess that's another utility issue. I guess that's why we had one extra pipe. And this isn't here. What? Okay, why are you upset? And it's just a little bit bugged, it'll go away. It did go away. And you're gonna keep telling me there's a tunnel over here. I could do a tunnel search, but they're kind of very angry. I'm trying not to do that. It was a weird noise. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is demolish this one wall and build this. That will then connect this into the main area. And I should probably do deployment here. This is going to be all one thing. Why is it up like that? Weird. But what I'm going to do is assign one of every type of guard to these hallways. That'll help us find tunnels by having the dogs in there. This one's going to have 2 regular guards because of how long it is, but these are short enough that I shouldn't need them. That's an opened wall. And this should be building itself now. Oh, it's missing one piece right there. That's why there's like a leaf pile there. Right, they finished building all the walls here, so they're just having to place everything else in it. I could add another door down here. So they go back and forth. You know, I was avoiding that, but I think I might. The same with right here. Alright, that is a tunnel. Get rid of that tunnel. We are at a max total of 425 cells before getting rid of the other cells. What if I make this a solitary confinement? I would be okay with having a small hallway going down here just for solitary. I would have to place it down here so they can get into the shower, though. Which I'm also okay with. Why is there food in here? I'm gonna say something very controversial. The Eagles are great. Why is that controversial? Do people not like the Eagles? There's a Flaffy in chat if anyone wants a sheep. I think Flaffy's a sheep. Why is this not being built? Did they find the tunnel yet? No, they're still doing the flag thing. Alright. Can't click on them. Federal witness? There's a thing to do here, and I don't remember what. How we're supposed to use them. I'm supposed to be able to, like, click on someone, I think. Strong of the... Wow, he's in here for a double murder. And joyriding. Well, sorry, he's not guilty of joyriding. But he is guilty of murder. Okay. How do I do an informant? Your training. I don't remember. At least he wasn't joyriding. That would be a step too far. It would be. But he's locked up here for 50 years. I'm surprised that murder is only 25 years, at least in the game. Oh, where did I zoom in? Okay. I want them to demolish this wall, because I have a feeling that that's why they're not building this at all. But they're also not doing this. So if I high prioritize this one tile, actually let's do all of them, just in case there's one I missed. We have a bunch of people being delivered right now. Or had been delivered. What's taking so long to do this? There shouldn't be a excuse me. There shouldn't be a reason that we don't have it. Are we waiting for a truck? Wait a minute. I think this is considered a wall. No, they're walking through it. There we go. Now it was built. Oh, there's a broken wall there. And they just fixed the wall. Okay. But no, there's no lights over here. I think we only need one light there. 2 escapes! From this gate? That's what it looks like. The only people that are running out here should be the gardeners now. Because there's a fence here, keeping them out from the yard. And this is all blocked in. So there's no way for prisoners to get out here, because this is also a fence. Okay. Let's set up a small solitary confinement wing. And by small, I mean not small, because there are quite a lot of people in here. So I think we're going to line this entire wall with solitary confinement. And the way that I'm going to do that is with more cloning. Yeah, we'll just do it this way and then add a hallway outside it. I forgot, I can't click on that. So, the toilet. This one leads to the bed. This one leads to that wall. And then this one leads to that toilet. And then one solitary confinement there. Or I could come back up here and copy 2 less solitary walls. And then I can place this in between. And then here's something I haven't tested out. If we have something cloned, can I place pre-made room in the same space? I can. Nice. And that's the end of this. Now, how are they getting out here to build these? I don't think there is a way for them to get out here to build them. I kind of want to build a gate here to let them in, but that would be temporary. So let's just break down this wall. And then they can get out here to build everything. They are going to have to walk all the way up here. Let's do the double jail door system I was thinking about before. So there's one there, one down here, and then two there. They already have it up here. They already have the door servos. This has the servo. So now all I have to do is come in here and put servos there. And also here. Where would the door be for this? Right here, I guess. So I would need a servo in front of that door. Facing this way. Right. Bulldoze this, please. Oh, and they're also going to need water. Luckily, I can just go straight down here. We'll connect it into this pipe, but I also need them to be plugged in intermittently to a toilet somewhere else so that it can drag water through here. That should be enough connected. I don't know why that's broken. That should be enough pipes that everything's connected in. And this tunnel thing is annoying me. I do all sectors. That literally does all sectors. And it doesn't tell me... Why are these unhighlighted? That's the question here. I feel like I'm supposed to have more access to it. What I did just remember is that we haven't done any research in quite a while. Let's get research going. We only have 5 things to research. How is the plumbing doing? They don't have much of the plumbing done. You look like you don't have any water. CEO! Looks like you're loyal as far as some paperwork that is protecting you from the consequences of the mess. Of this mess. I guess that means I can't fire you this time. What are you talking about? Get your prison in order quickly and make sure it stays in line. That trick won't work again and it won't protect you forever. What are you talking about? What did my lawyer just save me from? I would have thought that that guy would have told you, like, your lawyer saved you from being fired for doing this. But he didn't even say anything. Do we put doors here? In here? I'm debating on closing this off. What is this considered as if I do deployment? It is considered one big room. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that off. Here and here, it's gonna need its own servo. There's a tunnel. Put one there. Nope, it's up here. Cancel that. And here. Oh, I did it wrong there. Did I do it wrong over here? No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah. One there. Let's get rid of this tunnel. I don't know where... Oh, they're trying to dig downwards. Alright. Grab this. Connect it to the new door systems we have. And this one. And then we have these, but they're not built yet. We have some solitary confinement built. We also have this servo. If I grab you. Connect you in. And it looks like these are now built, so I can connect them in as well. Connect you and you. And now I'm going to do deployment. Assign a guard to here and here. That's all I'm worried about for those, because it's only like 13 cells. There is going to be one of everything down here. This cell, or this cell block is actually built, so I can do that as well. Of all three. This is also going to have all three. Why are they going down here? And then going up? That was weird. Alright, next thing I'm going to set up is the hallway system here. So I'm going to have them build this. It looks like they're going to place a wall there, so if I cancel this and just go out to this. Hopefully that doesn't get rid of this wall. Because that would be a wall. Oh, I got rid of the servo. Okay, we'll have to place that back in afterwards. But now we can get rid of this entire solitary confinement system up here. I think I am going to put a jail door down here. And cut off the yard, because it looks like they're going outside just to get around walls, fence. Fence right there. It does look like they're coming down here and going up and around to try and escape. Which means I could probably come to here to this gate once it's placed and get out that way, but we'll worry about that later. You should be done. And I got rid of the wall. Alright. Not brick. Concrete. There is a bronze ore in chat, if anyone wants one. Drag this all the way down to here. It does that weird, ugly double wall thing. I hate that. Anyway. I did this wrong, apparently. This is going to be a double gate, so this should be a wall. And we shouldn't have anything there. I'm gonna lock that open for now. And what I want is jail door right here. They built in all solitary confinement rooms. They're just doing the hallway now. How is the water going through these? Looks like everything is connected. Yep. I know they would scream at me and say, a flashing water droplet, icon. No, we can not lock that open anymore. Why are there two people in here? Weird. Planning. Let's get rid of this. And also this. We don't need that planning line there anymore. Why are they not building... Oh, now they are. Okay. And now we should be able to place in this one servo again. Except I can't. I guess I have to wait for this to finish. Alright, this is one enclosed area. And there's prisoners outside. There's a gate here, so they can come out here and get the prisoners. And this tunnel thing is annoying me. What if I station a dog in here? We have enough dogs. That's the wrong thing. I'm gonna do staff. We don't have enough armed guards, so let's put in our max there. Dog handler, we lost a few. We are supposed to have 20 of both. And if I go back in deployment, there's dogs in there. Some dogs in here. There's a dog... Not here. Now there is. Oh, that's right, they take breaks occasionally. So when it takes a break, they're not assigned to this anymore. If there was a spare dog handler, they would switch. Alright, so these need power. I need to grab this and connect it into this door. And then I'm going to station the usual 3 in this hallway. I'm also going to make a patrol. That does this whole corridor. And then assign 1 of every guard. Okay. Now that we have that, we need power. Oh, right, they're too far away for sure. Let's make our redundant system going down here. The solitary cells, I'm not going to put any lights in, but I want that hallway to at least have lights. All of this we can undesignate and then demolish. So what I'm going to do is a bulldoze of this entire area. Putting that and this. The prisoners out here should be moved. I'm not seeing any workers go out there though. Oh, no, there's a worker here. Never mind. And as they're putting in the utility lines, the hallway's getting brighter and brighter. We're just missing a few over here and a bunch over here. Why aren't you opening for them? Never mind, they are opening. Okay, even though they need 1 power line there, they're fine. They did come out here and demolish this entire area, though. Are they not going to demolish the door? I guess they don't. But then they got rid of the jail doors, so I don't know. Either way, we had that demolished. I'll get to it eventually. What I'm going to do now is do the excruciating thing of waiting for them to do a tunnel search to find out where this tunnel is. I'm getting tired of them having the icons pop up. They are getting through it, I'm surprised. Before it seemed like they were having some issues doing it. We're at $2.3 almost million. So in our exports, we're gaining a lot of money. We're very close to getting the tunnel search done. But it looks like new places are popping up as they're searching. I think that's just people waking up and getting out of their cells. So close. They're only down by 9 places, or 10 places, I mean. Well, now it's almost 20. I spoke too soon. Oh, and you're so close. Why are they not able to do it all the way? I'm not seeing any icons flashing. What's going on out here? Random person there. What is this? Male satchel. Why are there prisoners out here? Get a guard out here to take them inside. Are they gonna finish the tunnel? I mean, look at how far they're getting over here. It's 100% coming from here. Come on. One place. And they didn't find this tunnel. Then why do the dogs keep saying there's a tunnel there? I don't know. Alright, so we're at 433 cells. I swear... Wonder if a reload would fix that. There are more people going in this door now. It looks like they only use the door that's closest to them. They don't use all the doors. What I'm gonna do now is... I think get rid of this entire cell block. We're just gonna drop our inmate number pretty far. And then... I'm gonna make this cell block here and make a long hallway. Makes a square. Let me check my to-do list. Make sure there's nothing I wasn't supposed to be doing. We made a large canteen. What about in here? Oh, I did complete everything that I had set up before on the to-do list. Another thing is, my alarm's about to go off in a few seconds. So I think we will demolish everything in here, and then plan out what we're gonna do in the next stream on Saturday. What the heck? If I go to there, and then That's the alarm. So get rid of all that, which means we're going to have too many prisoners for a little bit. But with us having a lot of deaths per day, I think we'll be fine. There are tunnels here now. Don't know how we didn't find them with the tunnel search. We're getting through this pretty quick. I'm surprised. Do they also get rid of the utilities while they're doing that? No, it doesn't look like it. They get rid of the stuff that's underneath there, but they don't get rid of the utilities. Like this was connected in by a metal detector. So what I'm going to do is... Does that not highlight them? Oh, right, I have to do them separately, each. I forgot it's not a drag. Up this way. Water should be being demolished as well, or dismantled. But it's not. Now we have to go through here and get rid of all the pipes. I'm gonna go up to here. Actually, let's get rid of all this as well, because this is the solitary confinement for the criminally insane. So we don't need this anymore either. All the way up to there. And then all of this. And all of this stuff. We had a lot of pipes in here. I didn't realize that. I know I'm missing pipes somewhere. We'll see what I'm missing later on. Did I get all these? I'm not even sure. Missed a bunch over here. Let me take a break from doing that. How did the electrical go? Looks like it's not all completed, but got close. And let's get rid of all this as well. Dismantle objects in here. Not the lights. Just that stuff. Alright. Back into water. After everything is dismantled, we will plan out the next thing that I was talking about. Almost done. Adjust my seat. Looks like I missed a bunch on the bottom. Ah, I didn't realize there's a Fomantis in chat. Looks like I did miss a bunch of pipes over here. Didn't miss anything up there, though. I'm just going to quickly highlight all these because it looks like the workers are getting them done quickly and then leaving the area. I wonder if there was an easier way of doing this. Almost done. They're still saying there's a tunnel up north. Okay, that should be close to everything. I know I didn't get everything, but it should be close to it. Seeing some places. Okay, that looks like all of that stuff. We also have this from the old solitary confinement. Let's get rid of all of this. We also have in here where the shower was. I think it's funny how this small pipe on the right is supplying to the large pipe. And grab all the way to there. And also this. Now, is there any electrical? There is still a lot of electrical, and these aren't connected in anymore. So what I'm going to do is connect here and here. And then go back and dismantle all of this stuff. Okay. That's that entire area all set up and ready. So what I was thinking about is doing our 6 hallway here. And I don't know how many rooms we're going to be fitting in here. So right there. And then I thought about doing another double hallway over here. I'm trying to readjust here. So I want the cell blocks here to be separate from the main hallway and separate from anything built over here. Do I do a hallway here that goes up next to the already built hallway? I think it would be okay. Or I could have it in the center and then we have like 2 separate blocks. Anyway, this would be 5. We go to here. And then we have a double hallway. And then we have, how many? Is 2? I think it's 11. It's 9. 9 is right here. Then again, go up 2. That's another hallway. And then 9 again. And then another double hallway. And then I think we can keep going up. Do another 9. Right here. Bring this down, cancel those, bring this up. How many more sets do we do is the question. I think 2 more rows would be okay. We go up 2. And then 9. Up another 2. And then this one would have to be 8. So does this whole 9? Yes. Up 2, and then up 5. If I were to bring this all the way over, rid of this. Get you to come up to here, and that's the end of that hallway. This goes all the way into here, and down to here. This goes up. You get all the way in here. If I grab this way, this might be easier. And then bring this all the way into there. So this would be all the cells we ever need. That's probably more than 500 people. And then it's still... Oh wait, no, we need it less because I wanted this to be part of the yard. So what we want to do is make this 5. Bring you over to here, and to here. Cancel everything up here. Because we're going to need a large yard for all these people. So this will be another outside doorway. There's a tunnel right there. Or any other tunnels someone found? Right here. Okay, so that's the plan for next stream. We're gonna have a hallway here, another one, third one, fourth, and fifth hallway, and then these are big hallways. This is probably gonna lead into all the rooms that we're gonna have over here, like the common room and stuff like this. We're gonna make a large parole room with multiple tables instead of having one table per room. Just everything over here is gonna be like the classrooms and stuff, the specialty rooms. This is gonna lead outside to the canteen and everything like it already is set up to do. And then this is going to be one large yard that has multiple of these little small portions in it. So the whole thing's going to be a yard, but it's going to have multiple circles inside the yard. We'll make it look nice and pretty later on. This doesn't have any electricity in it. I thought I set up the utilities to it. Oh, they just didn't put one right here for some reason. What happened here? Oh, that must have been the old utility thing. Do a quick dismantle of everything here. Oh, not right there. Cancel that. We need those. There's no water there, right? No. I got rid of the water. Didn't get rid of the utilities. Did something over here. They don't have any power going in here. That's weird. Okay, they're going to be connected. Maybe that's why I don't see anyone going in the bakery, because this has been flashing this whole time and I never noticed. I feel like this would have been a weird thing to not have electricity in. So maybe there was a water pipe on there that I deleted. Anyway. We're going to save the prison. And of course, I'm going to do the screenshot now. Actually, let's do the screenshot when we're raiding out. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Twitch on Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 AM to 12:30 PM EST, and on Saturdays from 10 AM to 2 PM EST.